No, 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 no.
No! God, please, no!
Oh no.
Oh, no.
Oh no.
Oh no!
Oh no. Oh hell no.
You are listening to the Oh No Radio Show.
Eat a bag of dicks.
So have you guys ever had Circle K cigarettes? Circle K brand cigarettes? Because that's a thing now.
Oh no, baby. Oh no. Oh no. I don't want you anymore. Yes, baby, I told you before. You went away and you said you left me, and now you live in misery. Although you want me to take you back, you said you're sad about this and that.
Oh, no, baby.
Oh, no.
Welcome back to another edition of the Oh No Radio Show. It's all three of us this time, guys.
Yeah, baby, yeah.
My name is Owen. I am the captain of this shit ship. Along with me tonight is my good friend Mikey B, and back with us for the first time, and not that long of a time, but first time in a while. It's my good friend Ty. How you doing, Ty?
I'm doing great. Happy to be here. And boobs.
We were just talking about it off air, but your hair is just looking like something else tonight. I can't.
Is it illustrious?
Man, you look like a Lothario. Doesn't he have a bit of a Lothario to him, Mike?
You're gonna have to explain
very
that.
Fabio-esque.
Yeah, it's like scumbag Fabio. It's
I will happily take that endorsement.
Scumbag Fabio is your new. You should do that for Halloween. Actually, you should be like the trashy.
Dye it blonde.
Just be trashy Fabio.
Oh God.
What?
I might need some sort of chest piece. Buff it out.
Yeah. You can get one. It's fine. You do that. That's cool. Like just you with like a big like fake chest.
Could you imagine jacked tie? Like actually.
Jack Tie would slay, bro. Jack's Tie would slay. I mean, pretty much any like Jacked Owen would slay, Jack Mike would slay, but like Jack Tie would slay more than Jacked Owen or Jack. I think Jack Mike.
100%.
Yeah. Especially
it might
with
be
that
too
hair.
much.
It might be too much. You're absolutely right.
We would definitely have to be constantly telling you jokingly, like, "Hey, save some for the rest of us, bro."
Like, but we're really like, oh man, like, yeah, man, he's actually like out there, like, wow, he's boning,
slaying it, dude.
Yeah. Speaking of Fabio, though, what's Fabio doing? What's Fabio been up to?
I mean, I thought he was
fans.
Dead.
Only Fabios.
Can we
only
look
fans.
up Fabio? Can one of you look up?
I'm doing it right now.
Yeah, can someone find out what Fabio was doing?
He's 66 years old.
All right.
He definitely got like a old man face. Like, you know, his face used to be tight and like he had that real nice chin. Now it kind of like, it's like a Mike B chin.
Oh, he's got a droopy double like Mooney chin.
A little bit, yeah.
Oh,
and he just looks like an old man now.
Oh, that's a bummer. I wanted Fabio to be like. Do you think Fabio still gets like? He still hooks up. You still think Fabio is still boning?
Probably.
I mean, I want to say like the mean hotness, like the average hotness of the women that he's probably hooking up with has
gone
like,
down a little bit.
Shifted, it's sloped downwards,
right?
But I think he's probably still getting it in.
Is Fabio? Could he get more ladies still at his age than any one of us?
Probably.
Probably, right?
Yeah, name recognition alone probably gets him more.
You know, the money, the reputation, the money. Like to say that you fuck Fabio, it doesn't matter if it's like 80-year-old Fabio. If you're a chick, you fuck Fabio, right? Like
yeah,
it's like
it doesn't matter how old he is.
Yeah,
People would just be like, "Oh, Fabio."
See, that goes back to my concept of like legacy vag. I've always had like one in my pocket, like old Debbie Harry Blondie. Like that's legacy. Like I don't care how bad she looks. Right?
I'll get in it.
I'll still do it. I'll still do it. And do you have one? Do you each have one?
Legacy
Gianna
vag?
Michaels.
Gianna,
no matter how old
Gianna Michaels,
gets.
the actual porn star. You couldn't have named someone that wasn't even in the industry. Like you want to, I mean,
you just asked the question. You didn't put a bunch of parameters.
She knows.
You were very quick to answer that. Yes.
Yeah. And she and we all knew the name, and I can tell you, she is good at what she did. Is she retired, Mike?
I believe so.
Okay, yeah. It seems like you know a lot about her, so it feels.
I haven't seen anything new from her in a while. So
right.
I think most of what I'm still fapping it to is
like 1990s Bang Bus,
aged material.
2006 Bang Bus, probably.
So, bro, are you hating on my dick because it's got a nostalgic kink?
No,
get out of here.
Because I got one too. I've been going back too. I've been like, wow, like let's revisit some of the old classics. Oh yeah, let's revisit some old classics.
I'm talking handy cam shot, hotel footage,
Dirty Sanchez,
still doing it.
Dirty Sanchez making inappropriate jokes.
Big old marble dick Ramon. That guy.
Yeah. That was weird, right? Like, if you know what we're talking about, that was weird.
It was, dude. It definitely was not normal.
Off-putting, very off-putting. Do you
I would say I would estimate that I've seen probably thousands of penises by watching porn.
Yeah,
sure.
But his was weird.
I only ever once seen one marble.
Yeah, no, that's it. Like he had a marble.
I'm throwing Cher.
You're going Cher?
My legacy badge.
I
guarantee it'd be kinky, and she's probably still good for it.
That's a good one. Ooh, I'm not even gonna knock you on that because Cher in her heyday was up there. I got
regardless,
one. I feel like we're about to say the same one. We're about to say the same one. All right, on the count of three. One,
two, three.
Dolly
Melissa Joan
Parton.
Hart. Oh, Melissa Joan Hart, dude.
She's not that old, dog. She's not that old.
Melissa Joan Hart. That's actually like that's
Isn't she
respectable.
our age?
She's in her like 40s or 50s.
I'm in my 40s. Okay.
Yeah, no. That Melissa Joan Hart, like she still looks great. Like what are you talking? Like that's normal.
You can't call that legacy badge. That's just current normal badge.
Yeah. I agree, Ty. I agree.
So because I've been jerking off to it for 30 years, it can't have a legacy? That is a legacy right there, dude.
That is.
For fuck's sake.
Would you Dolly Parton though? Would you Dolly?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, Dolly still.
Play a bunch.
Oh yeah. A bunch.
Do it multiple times.
Yeah, I would do it a bunch. Like how many times do you think you're gonna bang Dolly Parton?
Oh, so you're gonna say you're gonna do it once and be like, all right, that was cool.
Well, she is old. She might be a little tired. You know, like she might need a nap.
Can I get you a nice tea? You know you want one.
Yeah. I feel like she'd make you like biscuits and gravy or something. After
I'd tell her to take her wig off.
Oh, do it without
Dolly,
the wig?
you can take the wig off. It's okay.
That's when she unleashes. That is not a wig. It's always been perfect forever.
Forever and ever. That being said, good opening to the show, boys. How have we been these last week or this last week or so for me and Mike, and this last couple weeks for you and Ty? Ty, you didn't get to experience all of the majesty that was my Atlanta trip. But that's fine. You can catch up.
D&D night got wild.
Yeah. Okay.
I will say,
what's a wild D&D night, Ty?
So I got 2 different NPCs pregnant, and it wasn't really the plan. It just happened.
Okay.
Are you the dungeon master or the?
No, not that one. No.
Okay.
That would be cool though if he was controlling the game and was like, and by the way, I fucked this chick, like in the game,
okay.
He's that
roll a
horny.
con save. We'll see how many kids you're having.
Have you banged any fat chicks at D&D yet?
So on that agenda, I did break the ice. Currently on a flirt schedule, but this is outside of the D&D circle. It's just a different girl. She's She's not quite as thick as the ones I was talking about prior, but still thicker than my normal thick.
Okay.
She's a cutie, though. We'll see what happens. It's going good.
All right, I like
Breaking
it.
the ice is what Ty calls humping fat girls in the winter.
That's what they call it in Wisconsin, right? That is
The
like,
Wisconsin term for it.
yeah.
Girls with kids, though. I mean, it kind of scares me, but not really.
You can bang them; they just can't move into your mom's basement.
Wow.
There's no more
No.
space, dude.
Thankfully, she has her own place, but there's kids there.
Well then, you get a babysitter, and then she can come by mom's basement, and you can bang her there, and then you move on. You know, like then
I do
get
have
an SUV now.
I do have
you
an
can
empty
bang her.
house for about a week. So
Oh, do you? Is it empty now?
Yeah.
Oh, what are they up on their Canada trip? What are they doing there?
Dad's been up there for a good minute, but the mom and the sis are going up right now.
I like how your dad's a real man. He's like, fuck this place. I'm going up on my own. Fuck
He's
you
literally,
guys."
this trip's like 2 months.
Yeah, he's like, fuck you guys.
I'm
outta
leaving.
Here.
I'm going to the
leaving.
cabin.
I'm out of here. Like that's what I would do in your dad's situation. So I don't blame him in this.
I don't either. much respect to the pops.
What about you, Mikey? Is there much been going on like crazy in your life?
Well, I did just finish my 19-day straight work
19
stretch.
days. I mean, and I thought I was doing it hard with like my solid, 13 there. 19 though.
Oof.
Yeah.
Gross.
Yeah, it sucked. But
We could talk, Mikey. Ty doesn't understand the concept of this. He is
Right now, I'm really working up my stamina because I'm not taking as much time off as I have been.
What do we
That
have to-
still equates out to like,
what are we, 26 hours a week right now?
yeah, somewhere between 20 and 30, depending on what's going
20
on.
and 30. Yeah. He shakes. Mikey's like, I'm trying to survive. I'm working 80
The sad part is I'm
hours a
still
week.
so poor, and I'm like, man, all you have to do is go to work. But
honestly, no. I looked at the only reason I'm really doing this is because like I have this auto bill I got to pay off before like the beginning of August, or it basically doubles.
What's this?
I don't know if you guys.
What do you mean auto bill? What do you mean? Like,
So I had some work
not
done
for
on
like
my
a car, right? Oh, it is a car thing.
Yeah. I had some work done on my car. This is how you know America is fucked currently, and in its current state right now, America is fucked. So they do auto work now, but because auto work has become so expensive, you can finance your auto work now.
Oh, awesome.
I'm not gonna lie, I wish I don't know if that's an option around these parts, but that's awesome.
No,
Well, they
it's
do
not
it
awesome.
around here. And so basically, he's like,
You
You
okay,
have to pay
so,
interest on your payments.
well, here's how it works.
Oh.
The auto bill was $1,800, right below like $2,000 after taxes and everything.
Okay.
And they go, so here's the deal: you sign up with the finance company, they will give you 100 days to pay off just this. Like you only will pay like the like
$1,800
Right.
with no
After that,
no
though.
interest on top of that, right?
no interest.
Okay,
if
so
you
it's
pay
like
it off.
It's like when poor people buy rooms to go set.
Almost, but like rooms to go is just never a good deal. And I've rented stuff from like these
No, it's not.
pay to own places. Dude, that's the reason I had my first 55-inch TV when I was like in my early 20s.
Oh, did you go to what's that place? What's that place called?
My brother worked for Rent-A-Center and
Oh
got
yeah,
me, like,
Rent-A-Center. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's where.
Yeah,
so this is the Rent-A-Center for cars.
it's basically like, listen, we know you don't have $2,000.
But we'll let you
so
chip away at it, and as long as you pay in 100 days, we don't charge you
it'll
interest.
only be the $2,000.
But
Now,
after
if you
that,
don't,
oh god,
it
what's
will
the
go
interest
to
rate?
$4,200.
Jesus. Jesus.
Yeah, so really the only reason I've been working two jobs is
You know what
to
they
like,
call that? That's the crackhead gamble right there. I'm gonna get my life straight. Everything's gonna be good. Like in this time, I'm gonna get my life straight. I'm gonna earn all the money, and I'm gonna pay that off. Yep, that's the
They
correct.
wouldn't offer that if they weren't making a fuck ton of money on it. I wonder what the percentage is, like the over under of how many people end up defaulting or not.
It's
You
got to be.
know
It's got to
that's
be
like
60-70%.
I would imagine.
I was
Yeah.
literally
don't
about
make
to
it.
hit that exact number, Mikey. It's probably 60-70% are not able to pay that $2,000 or whatever
That's
it
the
is.
reason they do it.
Yep.
Because they know.
100%.
And so yeah, like
It's predatory, right? It's kind of like
Yeah,
it's
hella predatory.
yeah, it's the same as like the cash advance. It's honestly that's realistically probably what they're doing. They're pulling out a cash advance for you under your name that you're responsible for, and I mean it's the same concept. So yeah,
And if you don't make the payment by the 100-day mark, then yeah, we will just jack it up through the roof, and you'll pay it. I think it was like 39 months. They're like, you can pay $4,000 over 39 months if you don't make it before the 100 days.
and then it goes up to like $8,000 if you don't make it by that point or something. Like,
Well, at that point, I don't know what. That's what I really don't understand. Is like at that point, if I just am like, cool,
Take my car, have it.
Well, they're just like, we have your bank account and
it's worth more than your car at that point, right?
I was really kind of upset because I started looking when I was like, well, once we get past this, like I need to get Janine a car too. So they're selling like my exact car all over Orlando for like $2,500.
Yeah,
and I'm like, this son of a motherfucker.
That's how I feel. Like if I get an $1,800 fucking bill, I'm like, no, I'll go buy some other bullshit car.
Buy some bullshit car. Yeah, I'll save up $1,000 and spend $2,800, $3,000 on a beater and just
another piece of shit.
That's kind of what I did with mine. Like I've put some money into it, but like. Yeah, over the course of like buying it and the money I've put into it, I've probably got about 5.5 in it. It's not worth 5.5. If something massively goes wrong at this point, nah, you know what I mean? Like I'll do things to keep upkeep or whatever, but there's no point in dumping more and more money into a car that's just not even worth it, right? Like so, I'm already at my cap, like. Yeah, brake pads and like, oil changes and things like that. Normal maintenance. But like that was the last one. I got my front brakes done and
it's not like a four bill.
It was
like
close.
$400.
It was like closer to $1,000 because I take
what
it
the fuck?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Wait, whoa, hold on.
Yeah.
Are they just replacing your brake pads? Is this like a full
not
axle?
brake pads.
What's going on?
No, I have the thing right here.
Brake pads, rotors.
Let's see here.
They topped up all your fluids. They topped you off. $1,000.
Courtesy blowjobs for the brake jobs.
Yeah. Now I look at it. The disc brake rotors. That's probably one of the bigger.
Okay, so you got brake pads and rotors.
Yeah. Fluids. I did get the fluids. I got my my rear brake caliper slides lubricated. I probably got ripped off on this one. It was a lot in labor and shit. But anyway, that's the last time like I'm doing that one. You know what I mean? Like I'm like, okay, well that'll be good for another year or so. I don't need rear brakes. So like I'll just stop with the fronts and we'll be good. And
we'll be fine.
Yeah, no. My pads on the back are fine. The rotors are fine. They'll stop. It's an all-wheel drive. It got 4 of them. They can they'll make it stop.
Dude, I definitely think with the way the country is right now, and people are just selling their like additional cars because like I need money.
Yeah,
cars are so flipping cheap.
You might be able to pick something up. Yeah,
I'm not even gonna worry about like. If the car needs fixing again, the car is getting sold, and I'm getting.
Well, what you do,
car.
it's okay. You know how? All right, this is funny because our friend and friends in the podcast game, Tom and Dan. Tom has been talking about this whole concept of like, I'm not buying like big toys for my kids anymore. I'll get them off Facebook Marketplace, like trampolines and pool toys, big expensive like things that he intends to essentially just sell right back on Facebook Marketplace. Use it for a little while, sell it. That's what people are going to be doing with cars and probably already are. Going to buy it for 3-4 months, 6 months tops. Great, as long as I can get out of it. Then something blows. I'm not going to get that fixed. Put it on Facebook Marketplace, $1,200, and they put it up there, and then some other sucker gets it and does the same thing and fixes it up a little bit, and then they do
until the last guy in the chain finally sells it to the scrapyard for the $300 or $400.
Yeah, exactly.
Scrap weight they get for it.
I was amazed what I got for my car.
Chain.
I did. Okay. I do want to just backtrack a little bit and talk about those check cashing places. I knew Ty was like really poor and a scumbag at one point when he said that the only place he could cash a check was at American. It was like it was down the road from me.
Yep, that happened.
It was like
American Value Pawn.
It was something. No, it was American Check Cash or something. It wasn't even one of the big ones that you've ever heard of. It wasn't like an Amscot. He couldn't go there. He had to go to this specific one because he knew he would get his money. But I knew at that point I'm like
America Check Cash.
I'm like not only did I know that he was like in dire straits a little bit, but I also was like, you know what? I value him as a friend. I like him more now.
I'm glad I could instill that in you.
Dude, I do remember in like my teens, like late teens, early 20s, I was taking my my Dollar General checks to like gas stations
to get
around town.
Yeah, I remember you used to see that a lot with like at Publix because I think they had free check cashing at the time. You'd see the line of Mexicans that would come in with their checks on Fridays and just like stand there.
I can't even remember why I had to do that back then, but it was like it wasn't always happening, but it was like every now.
I'm sure something wasn't on the up and up, and you weren't doing great. That's all I'm gonna say.
Oh yeah,
dude,
yeah.
I think I remember a time at Publix where I got there like right before the little customer service desk closed and tried to cash a check, and they're like, "We don't have any more cash, dude. Like,
we're out.
You picked the wrong day to cash your check.
We're
like this late in the day."
Yeah. I remember those days.
Fuck.
I still write a check. Like no one else uses checks. You guys don't use checks, right?
What?
I don't even have a checkbook
because my landlord is like 87, and he's I write him a check every fucking month for rent and like whatever. Like.
That's the one thing. That's it, right?
It's the only reason I have it for,
Would it be weirder to pay your landlord by check like Owen does, or to hand him just like straight, however much in just money?
I've done cash before. Not always, but I've done it.
He would take it. If I mailed him just a sack of cash, he'd be fine with it. You know, there would be no questions asked at this point because I've been here for so long. I mean, that goes into maybe a story we'll tell a little bit later. But I did want to bring up, since we're talking about super trashy things, I did want to talk about how I've got a friend at work. By the way, work has been just like relentless as far as like the heat. Of course, you know, my job, I'm like the senior guy. I have like my little office and everything. I don't have to be out like dealing with like the plebeian work of like what the shop guys are doing. But because I'm such a good guy, I'm out there, I'm sweating, you know, I'm getting heat rash. Guys, I've got heat rash. It's a problem. Like I get it under on like the folds of my like the elbow. What do you call the inner elbow? What do you call that? I don't even know what that's called. But I get it there, and I get it like up on my my armpits. That's why I'm wearing this awesome muscle shirt right now. Because I'm just like really like sore because of my heat rash. You know that I
think you're a pansy. You're becoming a pansy.
Well, it's been
I was gonna say
you've lived in Florida how long, sir? Heat rash.
It's the sweat. It's I'll tell you what it is. It's because the dust factory that I work in, like, and all the dust gets into all the pores and everything. It's just like, it's the sweat and the dust and like the grime. And I think it's just like, is like a combination of everything. It's making everything really irritated. So, you know, whenever I got to shower all the time and I got to fucking like put on fucking goddamn lotion and shit, like hydrocortisone cream. It sucks. Anyway,
I kind of got mad in Wisconsin because there was like heat advisories for this and that and the other thing. I think it might have gotten in the 90s, but like it was a recall to like Florida humidity for a minute, and I was like,
Oh, wow.
this kind of feels like home. I miss Orlando, but
yeah, but it's probably nowhere near as what we're dealing
no,
with.
it's similar. That was like one day of like extreme humidity for Wisconsin.
But we get it, of course, for like 5-6 months sometimes, and
right,
it is like it's unbearable in this warehouse with like steel like walls and everything. It's just like it's an oven, it's an easy bake oven, like sucking in the heat and just baking. Like it's retarded, like how hot.
Is your
it is
office
in there.
AC?
Office is yeah, but the rest of the shop, the actual shop, is not, right. So we had
makes me wonder why you would leave the comfort of your small air-conditioned, non-dusty office.
Can't wait until next show when Owen says,
like
you know
I
that
said,
work I was doing.
there was just a shit ton. There's a shit ton of gear. Like I can't leave like the people shorthanded out there, right? Like I gotta. Because it's like almost half my inventory, I gotta see that it actually gets done right, because like I'm fucked on my next show, because it's kind of like everything, right? If things aren't like put away and like treated right and quality checked and all that, so that's part of it. But I'm suffering out there day after day, like this whole like last week. It sucks. I did call out Monday, so it was only 4-day week, but I hey. I did 2 weeks straight. It was fine. It was fine.
Oh, no, I just mean my job has been in the heat for 20 years.
Different heat, Mike. Different heat.
Oh!
Different heat.
Oh, it's different. Okay.
Yeah, it's different. It's different.
Oh, it knows that kitchen heat.
Well, you're not like lifting heavy things. You're not like pushing heavy things.
Only 3 times a week.
You're not walking, 13 miles a day. Inside, are you? No, you're standing by your little little Ismail baby. He's got his like chopping station, and he's got his grilling station, and he's at like yeah. I bet you it's like that. See, and
you forgot to describe my office, Owen. You forgot to talk about the office that I have.
Well, you should get an office. Like everybody, you should have some. If you were any good at what
the
you did.
restaurant should also be a 4-story building so that every server and cook can have their own office.
If you're high enough in the food chain, then you get an office.
Yeah, you just put a name tag on your shitter stall. That's yours. That's your office.
Everybody's got an office. Everybody's got an office. Anyway, so there was this whole deal where like a couple shows came back at the same time. One of the shows was mine with like a shit ton of gear, and we're processing this stuff, and we've been there for a couple days, and we've got like every one of those like big ass like shop fans, the ones that are like 4 foot tall, like they're industrial, like we've got every fan that we can get going on us, because we're dripping, right? Like every one of us is just nasty dripping, like suffering in this as we're working. And this other show comes back, I guess maybe a little oblivious to this, and they have a bunch of these pop-up tents that they want to dry off because they got wet, and they need to, make sure that no mold accumulates on them. So they're putting on these pop-up tents, which is kind of like, I don't know. I feel weird, like, putting up an umbrella inside. It's like that superstitious thing, right? It's like a pop-up tent inside of a building is like, I don't know. It's something about that doesn't make me feel good, but whatever. And so this dude steals my big 4 foot tall fan when I'm gone at lunch to go dry off, basically air dry overnight as he wanted it. His pop-up tents. Well,
you couldn't leave it in the parking lot, considering that bitch is gated.
That's what I'm saying.
Exactly. Like there was a lot of things that I'm like, you agree with me on this one. Owen was not a dick when he said, motherfucker. Like you're gonna, and I'm not even gonna go get it. You're gonna bring that back.
That's a little.
No. Why would I have to? No. You stole the shit from me to use on like on a pop-up tent. Get the fuck out of here. Like we're literally like dying over here. It's in the warehouse. It's like feels like 108, it's horrible. You don't you don't do that, right? You don't do that.
Well, especially when you could have just used the outside's heat to just dry them out in the sun.
Yeah, that was a laziness part on his whole end. It's like,
Well, he didn't want to have to be out in the sun packing and unpacking tents.
yeah,
More than
basically,
likely.
or just
Okay,
dragging a
put it
bunch of shit
outside.
outside. Yeah, like because it rolled off a truck into our shop. Oh, I'll just put them up here. No, yeah, no, I'm agree. I don't like it. So anyway, there was some fan wars that went down. No one had. I put up my stink and basically said that will not be happening again, and it hasn't happened again. So I can't really complain. But it, some have called it in management a lack of communication. I would just say that guy was a real fucking dickhead and just took my goddamn fan. Because he ended up later saying, I worked in a warehouse for 2 years and I never, complained about the heat and blah, 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 blah. Meanwhile, this is the guy that sits at a desk all day, right? Like, so it's like, nah, I don't give a shit what you fucking did. You want a goddamn medal?
I would make
You get my
Owen fans like decal or a magnet or a fucking
that's
piece
good.
of paper that you stick on it.
Yeah, that's
just make
good.
it the OnlyFans logo, but
Oh,
Owens
yeah.
fans.
I'll get AI to make an Owens fans in the style of OnlyFans and put it on that. Yeah. No, I'm. That's actually not a bad idea, and I'll do
I
that.
would do it.
I'll do that for all the audio department that needs them. Like, that's one of Owens fans. Can't touch them.
Owens fan.
Owens fans.
Either that or you pay a high subscription price.
So another thing at work that happened was a couple smokers there. We got a guy out there who
Cigarette smokers?
cigarettes. Yeah, well, both. I mean, everything. I mean, I
You
don't-
smoke what you want.
You smoke what you want. I mean, we're breathing in all the dust, the concrete dust anyway. At this point, who gives a shit, right? Like it's whatever. So, there was a situation where dudes like we were talking on our morning cigarette, and he was like, "Yeah, I think I'm really I'm trying to quit." Of course, he bums one for me around lunch, and then he eventually he goes to the the store to buy more smokes.
Uh-huh.
But I think he's trying, but not that hard, much like me. And so he pops down to Circle K. And he goes and he's like, he relays this story to me. He comes back with these things. He's like, Owen, you want to try one of
I would
these?
totally be interested. I want to try
You
it.
want to try one of these? And they're called traffic cigarettes.
I
Traffic.
thought it would just be
Not a
Circle
good
K.
name.
Just K.
First off, we had discussions about this. You know what I hate more than anything? Traffic.
Traffic.
I hate it. I hate traffic. Also, it makes me think of trafficking children and drugs and it just makes me think of that, right? And the branding is very I don't know. It's kind of like trying to be European or something. I don't know what it's I don't know what it is. It reminds me of Lambert and Butler's marketing, traffic. So he's like, yeah, Owen, you wanna try one of these? He's like, I got these at Circle K. And
So, Owen, before you smoked a traffic cigarette, what was your prior floor for cigarettes?
oh, the lowest.
Yeah.
I mean, I think 305s, right?
You smoke those normally?
No. I never have smoked. I mean, I have smoked,
yeah.
but I never have bought a pack of 305s. I think 305 is the lowest quality smoke I've ever had. That'd probably be it. What about you guys?
When I was broke, I was unemployed, living with my parents. No, I was employed. I was only working 2 days a week at the pizzeria. And so I only had $100 a week to spend, and 50 of it every week went to paying last week's weed debt.
Sure.
So I really only had $50 a week. I would bum cigarettes from my dad consistently, and I eventually got used to them, but they were Prince Edward Cigarillo cigarettes.
Okay.
And it was basically
a mini
what they would
cigar
put in
thing, isn't it? That's more of a cigar, like a cigarillo, isn't it?
they had
Was it-
they were like slightly longer than a 100, and they were in a brown like cigar wrapper, and I think it was cigarette tobacco inside of a cigar wrapper, basically.
Yeah.
That's disgusting.
Awful. I had to smoke them I had to smoke one of them in like sessions where you'd like smoke a couple puffs.
Were they cheap?
He was getting a carton of them for like $10.
Fucking shit.
Yeah,
Jesus.
yeah.
Yeah. And
even back then, I'm sure. Jesus.
Yeah. So you would have to smoke them in like sessions where you'd take a couple, you'd light it, and like they were hard as shit. They smoked forever. Like to sit down and just smoke one.
You're like, I don't even want this. I don't even like go out, die. Like,
Yeah,
be gone, be
cool.
gone.
You would have to like, I would have to like splay the back end of the cigarette open to actually get like enough airflow to like not murder my lungs trying to smoke them. But I'd just take like 4 or 5 drags of it and then have to like snuff it out and come back to it because I'm like, this is so disgusting. Like, I should quit at this point, but no,
I've had a variety of pretty cheap fucking smokes throughout my life, but so like you remember I was always the Turkish Gold guy.
Yeah.
That was still true for a while moving up here, but they're like fucking $15 a pack, and I was just like, this is stupid. Every time I go to the store, I'm spending $30 on 2 packs. Fuck you.
Bro, that's like what? 2 hours of you got to work like 2 hours
to cover
a day.
Right.
Yeah.
And only working 40 hours a month. I mean, that's a big chunk.
Yeah. I gave up those for my normal cheap cigarettes, which is Pall Mall Reds. And those as well. Man, I paid $12 for a pack of Pall Malls the other day, and I was like, what is wrong with this? No. Fuck you.
Yeah, they're pricing us out. They're getting
Wisconsin
rid of...
is also fucking stupid for cigarette prices.
Well,
but
it's like $10 a pack pretty much now for a Camel Blue, you know?
Is it?
Yeah. It's pretty much that.
I remember $5 a pack for fucking back in my day.
Back in my day, when I started smoking, it was $3 a pack. It was 3.
I wish for fuck's sake.
This was
no one cares.
No one $25.
And it lasts me.
It'll last me like 6 days.
And it tastes like bubble gum and hooker's dream.
Raspberry limeade, eat a dick.
Yep. Nope.
Eat a dick.
So I had this. I gotta tell you.
I will say I saw something called just Crown, I think is what they were called at the gas station when I got my real expensive Pall Malls, and they were like 5 something. I was like, holy shit! I didn't know there was cigarettes that cheap in Wisconsin. There's still occasionally like Indian reservation cigarettes you can find.
Yeah. Those are the best ones. Yeah.
Yeah, those are by far the cheap winners of quality.
For a while, the way to go was find somebody who worked at either the Cape or at Patrick Air Force Base.
Oh, because they used to get cheaper. Yeah.
Because you could go to the PX and buy like really cheap cigarettes.
It's like almost duty free or something at that point, isn't it?
Yeah, I would have like that.
That's how I would get my Camel wides for a while when it got really hard to find them. I like the red pack wide filters.
I remember the Camel wides, and I always thought that if you smoked those, you were a little gay. Like, because you wanted...
I was a wide man. Yeah, I loved a wide cigarette.
I was an occasional wide pack.
It's weird.
Oh, dude, they were doing wide art packs for a while.
I remember that.
I loved them. But I would have him go to the PX and buy wide filters for... It would literally take like $15 off the carton price. And I'm like, yeah, I got to do that.
Let me tell you guys about these traffics, though. Oh boy. So he bought
you know how much those were? I'm just curious.
I asked him, and they were just over $3 a pack.
Ooh, exciting! I can't wait to hear about it.
Okay, so
that's almost like prohibitively cheap, if I'm being honest.
Right. So You know the smell when you vacuum your floor that comes out of the back of the vacuum?
Oh, that like hot vacuum
Yeah,
exhaust?
yeah, that's what they tasted like.
No!
100%. It's the only thing I can compare it to. It was just like, oh,
That's
God.
so specific. Though.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's hard not to picture that perfectly, but
That's
oof.
exactly what they tasted like. And it was disgusting. And I'm like, well, that is one way to quit. Like you make it like we thought about it. I'm like, you know what? It's kind of genius. You make yourself hate cigarettes so much you could only buy this. Like, oh,
Bro,
I had to have this desire for nicotine, but
when you go to buy Traffics, is like, oh, you quitting?
yeah.
Yeah, we call them quitters here in the business.
Are you sure you want these? Are you sure?
They should come with. Like, I know cigarettes all come with warnings now, but they should come with an additional warning. like they should have, like, oh my god, yeah. So, and
Bro,
of course, what happens? Of course, what happens is the rest of the day he was like, "Hey, can I bum one of yours?" Like, yeah,
no,
of course,
no, you smoke your shit cigarette.
No.
Do you guys ever? I just thought about this. Why did the idea of like a craft cigarette bar never really take off? Where it's like they have like obviously they just have like different kinds of tobacco there and like different other additives,
Sure, yeah,
like floral essences, like other things that are smokable, but that like would enhance like the scent or the aromatics of the cigarette. And like you could go there and be like, oh, I like, this light tobacco with like this lemon like scent or this aromatic.
What era do you see this working in? The 80s?
I actually was going to say like late 80s, early
the
90s.
60s or 50s.
But they would
60s?
literally go
a little
there
too ahead of its time. I see your point, and it's not a terrible point. But I will go ahead and just say this: the people
smoking's coming back.
The people that really liked smoking cigarettes at the time would have called you gay for ever trying to put anything fucking fruity or floral in on their cigarette. Much like a guy that even in this day won't enjoy a nice, delicious peach White Claw because he only drinks beer, and that's for gays, right? Like it's almost the same thing. I think back then it was just like, no, like if you smoked a light cigarette, you were gay. Like you no reds or nothing. I'm
gonna say, I think I got caught smoking like Marlboro Lights a couple times, and people were like, "Those are women's cigarettes." You know that, right?
Yeah, those are we call those bitch sticks, and those
Yeah.
and those if it has a white filter, we know, bro, we know.
I think I might have mentioned this before, but the worst judgment I ever got while buying cigarettes was I was buying cigarettes for my underage friends, and she smoked Marlboro Skyline. It's like Marlboro Skyline Menthol 100s.
I don't even know what Skylines are. Are they the
They
little
were
ones?
It was like no, they were like extremely menthol-y cigarettes.
Oh.
Think like Camel Crush, where you also
yeah, double the menthol.
Yeah.
It's like the Mountain Dew of a cigarette.
And when I bought them, like the 40-year-old fat ass gas station attendant really gave me like the
okay.
He's like,
you really?
All
right, whatever.
But it was definitely like that. Those are definitely basically children's cigarettes. What are you doing?
Yeah,
They're sweet, like sugary menthol.
We should start. I mean, a good children's cigarette line would,
If you put zero nicotine in them, I think you can get away with it.
It'd be fine. It'd be fine. Yeah, children's cigarettes. So yeah, fan wars happen at work. The other big thing in my life, of course, is the fence got put up, guys.
Yeah,
I've been asking for this for years. I've been planning this. It was always something I've ummed and awed about, and lo and behold, fucking my little Mexican buddy Freddie came through. Again, not Mexican, he's Uruguayan, but he was like, you know what he said? You know, he's a big Trump supporter, right? And he's like, well, but these tariffs, they've been fucking my industry, and like, you know, so I got no work. The construction industry's come to a halt because of all these tariffs, apparently, and he's even admitted to that. So I'm like, well, I'll throw you a bone. I want a fence done, and I split it with my landlord. We split it 50-50. Cost me $500. And I dare say I got a really, really nice product for the money I spent. And now,
it's pretty nice.
And now I don't have to look at the goddamn plebes walking down the road anymore. I don't have to wave to anybody. I don't have to fucking like pretend to be nice. I can just sit back, relax in my underwear sometimes. Yeah. Whatever it is, I've got I can.
I really feel like Owen's going to be freeballing a lot. I don't know why.
He's gonna be Porky Piggin, I believe.
I'm gonna make a backyard paradise out there. All right, I'm gonna make a very nice backyard paradise, and that's what I'm.
Are you gonna start more night gardening?
Well, I need the lawn guy to come by before I can really get started. Lawn guy's been slacking. Like, I'm not gonna like.
Wait, which crackhead with a lawnmower that walked by are you talking about?
Well, the guy that I hire, you know, to mow my lawn. Like, he's just been slacking off, and he needs to come like zip through. You know, I made sure the gate was to his, you know, the size that a lawn, it had to be 60 inches. So I've got a very big gate, so that he could get his lawnmower into my back area and take care of the business. And yeah, I've started a little bit, but it's hot, you know, it's hot. But I got a lot of projects that I want to take care of, right? I got a lot of big projects. One of them being there's this mailbox from the house they demolished across the street a while back. Mm-hmm. There's a mailbox there. It's all fucked up, but I'm going to take that and I'm going to put a plant in it, and that's going to look really cool, right? Like, then I'm going to put like a plant that's like growing out of the mailbox. So like pretty excited about that.
Oh. All right.
Is that not something that excites you? I'm gonna take like old typewriters and put plants in them, and then have them, I want it to look like Antiques. What is that show? The Pickers. I want it to look like that, right? What are you laughing at? This is good. So I'm gonna grow plants out of all these weird things, you know?
I will say there might be mild potential, but I see this as a crackhead backyard, overgrown,
bro,
unkempt.
Like every neighborhood in fucking East Orlando.
A bunch of junk strewn about your backyard.
Just overgrown, like tables and chairs. I'm gonna take a couple lawn chairs, put them around a plastic table, and then put a plant in the middle and let it grow over all of it.
Yeah, that's what I want to do.
Every shitty yard in every
mine's gonna be
neighborhood.
Mine's gonna be cool though. Mine's gonna be real cool. I'm gonna get a projector. I'm gonna get some lighting. I got a whole plan. Like,
welcome to Owen's Labyrinth.
yeah. It's good. It's great. Like, I've already got.
You're gonna start dressing like the Goblin King Bowie.
I already painted. You guys remember how I have that, like, you've been to my house a bunch of times. You know, I've got like that clothesline pole thing.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put a plant on it.
Well, I already painted it.
I'm gonna paint it and put a plant on it.
No, I already painted it. You want to see it? It's pretty cool. I'll show it. I'll show it to you. Hang on. I gotta do this.
Boy.
I gotta share the screen.
I'm gonna put one of them spider plants on it and just let it overgrow.
Hang on 1 second. Let's see here if I can make that work for the people here. Yeah. See. I've already done some painting. You know, like I've got.
That is YouTube.
Yeah.
Oh wait, no.
All I see is YouTube.
Oh shit! I see it on the Twitch feed at least.
Yeah, I see it. It's a big blue.
I don't know
It's-
what's happening now.
Oh, Jesus, Owen.
Uh-oh.
Owen, what? Your audio just went to shit again.
I was in a different dimension there for a minute. Hang on. I'm trying to get it.
Yeah, it's better now.
I know. I got it back. Fuck. Where did it go? Hang on. I'll just show you on my phone then. I'll just show you on my phone. Here we go.
So you painted it blue.
Yeah.
Painted it bright blue.
Yeah, I painted it. Look at this. See, all right.
What's the next step?
I don't know. I just painted it blue. You see it?
Yeah, no, I see it.
Okay, good. You see it?
It's a real bright blue.
It does look blue now.
Yeah, it's like teal and blue and stuff. So yeah, I'm gonna use that. Well, I'm just gonna use it, and it's gonna. I've got some hooks attached to the fence, and then I can run my clothesline out, and then I've got these little rings, and then they can clip on. It's gonna be a very efficient system. But
do you actually use it to dry clothes?
Actually, Teresa does all the time. Like,
really?
She uses it to. She doesn't want to put her like work pants or something in the dryer. I don't really use it.
Well, as long as you're using it now.
No.
I thought you were just painting a fucking clothesline pole.
No. We actually use the pole, or she does. So So I spray painted a pole blue. So that's a thing that happened. I also I started weed whacking a little bit, and started whacking. So that's good. You know, I
did some normal yard maintenance. Yes.
Well, I bought a $100. Like, I was looking at the prices. I bought this weed whacker that's a Chinese knockoff that works with my DeWalt drill batteries. So, so I got one of those, and I tell you what, the thing's pretty fucking gnarly.
Whack some weeds.
It came with blade. Like, this is the thing. Usually, you think of a weed whacker. It's got the string, right? Right. That's what I think of as a weed whacker. This thing comes with all sorts of attachments that I'm like, whoa, this is something different. So it's got brush whackers, which is essentially like a saw blade that you attach to the bottom of it. And
with 6 additional whackers.
But it's like, seriously, it's like a saw blade on the bottom of this bitch. Like,
what are you trying to whack?
No, you could like chop down trees and shit with this fucker. Like, it's pretty intense. Like, I was pretty impressed. I'm like, damn, these Chinese knockoffs, they're getting it together. So, so Freddie knocked it out of the park. He did it in a day, which is impressive, man. He did it with the concrete and the post. He had to dig all the posts. He had to put the concrete. He had to do the whole gate. He built everything in a day. That's actually like, man, that's not easy. You're giving me a frowny face, like you're like, oh, that's not a big deal. Fuck you.
No.
One dude doing that is.
I was impressed when you told me that was a one-day project.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
one day.
I don't want you to think I'm not impressed. I'm just thinking about the time for the concrete to set. So he digs the holes, puts in the posts, pours the concrete.
Yep.
Starts to build the fence.
Yep.
Has to wait for the concrete to set.
I think he just did it enough to where it's like, okay, he secured it enough to where, like, okay, it's not gonna move anywhere now. The concrete.
Well, I think once you start putting the framework in, like, it should help, like, kind of
stabilize it. Yeah. I think that's actually part of the thing. He didn't have to wait overnight for the concrete to set.
Not
completely.
overnight, no.
Now, was the concrete set when he left for that day? No, it wasn't. But because he did the framing pretty much perfect, now he's got that. Now the concrete will set exactly where it needs to set.
Yeah, I don't like it. Never mind.
You can't do this shit. If I were to hire you, you would have been here 3 weeks later, still fucking trying to figure it out. Still bumbling.
It's a two-day project, not a 1 day, 2 day. I wanted to set proper.
No, he did it great. I think you're wrong. I absolutely think you're wrong.
Did you level it? Did you bust out the level?
I'm not saying I could do it in 1 day. I think if you gave me a week,
you could do that project.
I could build that project fence. I think with a little bit of research.
Yeah, but then you're going to be charging me ridiculous amounts of labor. Like, I can't afford that. I need it done.
$500 would definitely not work.
Exactly.
Yeah, I would definitely be like, no, what? No, for $500. This is a $2,000 fence.
I tipped him $150. You know, so like he came away with $650, $500 in materials. You know, I think you know he got a little something out of it. Whatever, and he's a friend of mine, so we did it right. So whatever. Like
it looks good. I won't knock it.
Yeah, I know.
And like again, one day is lightning fast. Like that is in my mind. I think.
Oh, it really was. It definitely impressed us. It definitely impressed us. Just watching him work, because I'm sitting. I'm at work. I'm sitting in my air conditioned office and watching him every once in a while. You know, like, look at this guy. Like at my house, like on my cameras. You know, like, that was fun.
You don't even have the decency to peek on him through a window. You gotta look at him through a camera.
Yeah, and I'd like to move him like on him, like just.
Your camera, do you have the audio? Can you speak to him?
Oh yeah, no, I didn't yell at him, but I did like.
You should have.
But I did like to tune in every once in a while because he likes to listen to like his Mexican country music. It was you know he's got that blast in. He's oh señorita.
One of my like oldest besties was visiting not all that long ago, and his dad died, so he took over his dad's spot, and it's like where they come when his family comes up to visit. But he put in like all these cameras, and I helped him out on the Spectrum side, getting shit set up. Well, the factory side, whatever, fuck it. But it was just hilarious to watch him because he had like an app for his camera system where he like recorded his own message to go off as the alarm. He was just like,
oh, I should do that. I don't know if I can do that, but I'm gonna try and do that.
so now if somebody like he has lawn people that'll go over once or twice a month, and it's like if they show up, set the alarm.
That's hilarious. My lawn guy texted me just now. Probably will be there in mid-morning, or can I make it my last stop? Which would you prefer? Mid-morning, if possible.
I won't be here, but do it now.
I'll move the cars. Yeah.
Oh yeah, you don't work tomorrow. Yeah. That's right.
Yeah, I'm off tomorrow. Like, you know, I'm a human being. I take weekends off now if I don't have.
Guess who does work? This guy.
Cool.
Me.
Cool.
Mikey B. Me.
Well, I worked.
The true workers.
I worked. The true workers.
Please don't
The true workers.
How do you feel about Ty associating himself with?
That's what I just said. Like, do not associate me and your version of true workers.
Yeah.
The real full-time people on this podcast.
So with this new yard, guys, it opens up so many opportunities, right?
It's the same yard with a fence.
Yeah, but now I can finally have my dream.
Oh God.
Well, there's two dreams. Number one, I want a tortoise.
I mean, I'm fully on board for this, but if you neglect that tortoise, I will come to Florida to beat your ass.
No, I want a tortoise.
Yeah, I will not be happy with tortoise neglect.
He can just like roam around the yard and be like doop doop. Like I'll put a balloon on him, you know, so you can see where he's
that
at.
Seems
it.
disrespectful, but okay.
Well, you know, we need to find him. I'll put a little balloon on him, or maybe I'll just glue an air tag to him. That'd be fine. You know, just in case he gets loose, you can glue an air tag to a tortoise. That'd be fine. No,
I think gluing anything on a tortoise shell is possible neglect.
I don't like it.
Well, we'll get him a little house, right? And he can just like come out and like we'll throw him some salad or whatever tortoises need, and he can come munch on that, and then like come say hi. You know, like we'll get a. What about it? You don't like the idea of a yard tortoise?
I do. I think I knew one other
like
human with a yard tortoise. I don't know. I don't know if your yard's spacious enough for
it's
a yard
fine.
tortoise.
He's gonna have it all.
I mean, he's not gonna go to piss fence. It's forever tainted.
Well, he's also when we're gonna get him, he's gonna be a little dude, right? He's gonna be a little dude. So probably
I don't
gonna
think
have
many
him
of those turtles stay little dudes, though.
They don't. But it takes a while to get big.
Takes a while. Yeah.
Yeah,
What
but
do
I don't
you-
want him to get big and then you'd be like, oh, he's not a cute little tortoise anymore.
No.
Put you outside the fence.
See, we're gonna get a tortoise box first, so he'll just live in his own little environment, and then, like, when he gets big enough, now he can just like stomp around. Like, I just like an idea of like, oh, I come home from work, I'm like, hey, what's up? You know,
And nothing happens because it's a fucking tortoise.
I'm gonna name him Turkles.
Turkles?
Yeah, Turkles. You know, like Hercules, but turtle. Yeah, that was actually the.
That's
name.
what I got. I mean, I figured it out when you said it.
Yeah. Well,
But it's a tortoise.
Tortles.
It's
Doesn't
almost
work
better.
anymore now. God damn it, you ruined the name. But I do I've kind of thought about that. But if I don't get a tortoise, I'm gonna get a hot tub. All right, I'm gonna get.
Why
does
both?
one have to preclude the other?
Because the tortoise could fuck up the hot tub, or the hot tub.
What?
Because he could drown in it. You know.
How's a tortoise climbing?
How do you
Is it an in-ground goddamn hot tub?
Ramp up?
Well, I don't have money for like a real hot tub. I'll have to get one of those inflatable ones. So
God
I
damn
feel
it.
like he could. I feel like he could bite into it, and then
Your
like,
yard is becoming more crackhead by the moment.
what inflatable hot tub? You wouldn't get into my inflatable. Would you guys? If I had a 4-person inflatable hot tub, would you? The three of us? Would you get in it with me?
Once right when you
Once?
buy it, right when you buy it.
Ah,
And
no,
then
no,
Phil.
no.
1 month later, no good.
Why?
No.
Because you fucked in it, you jerked in it, like it's
Yeah.
been out in the sun, and there's
All the
frogs
holes.
probably in it.
All the holes are suspect.
You won't get in my frog hot tub with my jizzy hot frog hot tub? Like, what's wrong?
No, I won't. That's
if
why
I-
I said I will get in the grand opening
Yes.
of
yes.
Owen's
We are in agreement.
blow up hot tub.
Okay, I'll invite you to my grand opening of my hot tub. I'm getting
But
in
that's
there
the
first,
only
though.
time I'm coming.
I'm getting in there first, and I'm gonna let out a little bit of pee.
God damn it.
Just a little. So I'd be like, you bathed in my pee. But yeah, I'm definitely gonna do either tortoise or hot tub. Haven't decided yet. Two very different things. I know. I'm just.
I mean,
Look at
Along with
Facebook
all
Marketplace.
your-
I'm just saying, there's guaranteed
For
to be
both.
some. So yeah,
I did already get some brand new porch furniture for the since they got the new fence, and the old chairs are kind of gone, tucked away around the corner, just in case I need them. Might repurpose them as a plant.
Put a plant in 'em.
Yeah. But they're there. And so, like, I got these new ones. They're very nice, like that. They got these big cushions, like, and they've got like the thing that like you can literally like. It's got a thing underneath that becomes a footstool, right? You just pull it out and boom, footstool, like automatically built in. But of course, I bought these off the internet, and I had to put them together. And they were supposed to come like all my deliveries were supposed to come a little bit staggered, but between Amazon and all these other fucking delivery services and shit, I gotta tell you, they gotta get their shit together, right? Like it's always just willy-nilly. Well, we're just gonna drop it off, like, oh, your shit's delayed, whatever. So I get done with work at the dust factory. I've been sweating my ass off all day. It was actually a very hard day. I come
Dusty,
home.
sweaty.
I come home, and I didn't see any of the boxes on my porch. So first day I come home through my new fence, castle of boxes, basically. Like Teresa had ordered a Target order as well, and like there was all sorts of shit. So I had seriously like 4 or 5 of these boxes where I couldn't even get into my door. Like I'm like, well, it's about to rain, so I had to build. It's not like I have anywhere to put these things. Like, I can't just put the boxes anywhere. I've got to now go build as soon as I get done with work. Now I got to go build.
Yeah, do it while you're sweaty.
All my furniture. Yeah. But I did that, and I got the heat rash, and it just, it was a thing. But
don't they drop off boxes to your front door that nobody uses?
So that was what was interesting to me about the whole thing, because I've got the front door that no one uses, and I do have the box for the Amazon packages that's there. I was expecting everything to be there. First day of the new packages, and let me say this to you. The gate, the new gate, you have to open it up, right? The handle goes up for it to open. I thought that would be enough to deter people. No, they just my delivery people instantly figured it out, and boom,
went through the
gate and put everything down, and just like
I do actually find that surprising.
I actually did too, and these are the same people that have been delivering me shit for years and years and years.
Yeah.
But I was actually okay with it because they put it in like the right spot. Like they didn't like. We kind of know our UPS driver that delivers so many of our crappy Amazon packages that I think he was just like, I think he took it upon himself to go the extra mile. You know what I mean? But it was weird. Just like, I'm like, oh, first day with the new fence, and instantly like that didn't deter you, I guess. Like, oh, okay. And then I got a Ring camera. Or one of them Blink doorbell camera things. So now if you come to my fence, you can hit the button and ring a doorbell. And I'll see if you... I mean, I might be out there.
Maybe I'll answer.
Maybe I'll answer.
Maybe.
But if you just come like strolling through my goddamn gate now, how would you guys feel? You put up this fence, you got a gate. If someone just like... that used to just like kind of like walk up to your house and they didn't like acknowledge that and they just came straight through... You'd be mad. Well, no, he's gone. But
okay.
But you'd be mad about that, right? Respect the privacy of the fence. I put up a fence for a reason. I'll tell you this.
If it's me or Mikey, free pass.
Yeah.
I'm coming in.
So you know who did it already was pretty Lance. Goddamn!
I love you, Lance, so much.
Way to go, Lance.
So he didn't. Lance didn't like come in through the gate.
Nice fence.
But
nice
I'm sitting out there enjoying my new chair with my fucking like nice little like pull out like ottoman thing. I'm sitting there. I'm listening to a podcast.
I thought he was able to pull out.
Finally chilling. I got some dinner cooking inside, and I hear this. Oh. Kind of ignore it, and I pause my podcast, and I look to my right, and there's Lance with his fucking like this on the fence, like his like his head, like he's standing, like he's perched on the fence, like, hey, what's up? Like, god damn it, man! Like,
I love that.
Should have built a higher fence.
How tall is the fence? Am I like full shoulders over it?
Standard 6-foot fence, what you're allowed to, do, whatever. But yeah,
wait, you're only allowed 6 feet?
We didn't.
Didn't you do what the fuck you want? 10-foot fence.
I don't think you are allowed to just do what the fuck you want.
It's not a HOA.
I think to be honest with you, I think I was supposed to file a permit for this one, and we just did it kind of, we just did it. But yeah, no, there's certain rules and regulations about like if you can't just build if you wanted to build a 15-foot fence, you can't just do that. Like
my buddy Josh Jouse, he would tell you all the fence legality in like 5 long statements that never ended. He would lay it out.
Well, there is fence law. Fence law is a thing.
It exists.
Yeah. Because I've got like the ones on the
but
either
you're
side.
not HOA. You're not HOA.
We're not.
No, but there's just like county regulations as to what you are allowed to build.
And you know how like they have the easement that goes towards the street and all that.
Yeah.
So like you have to stay clear of that, which I'm well clear of that. But if you get like within 4 feet or something like that of that easement, you can't have a 6-foot fence. You then have to have a 4-foot fence, one of the little guys, like the little white picket fence type things. So you have to like then take your fence like down at an angle and then like, you know what I mean? Like, and then like make it into a 4-foot fence from an 8-foot, like to appease whoever. It's all dumb shit. So we just did it, and like I haven't got a letter yet. We'll see.
3 feet from your house, you can have a 10-foot fence, but then it has to grade down to an 8-foot fence 4.5 feet out from your house.
It really is stupid shit like that. It's dumb. It's dumb. Anyway, you know what I think it's time to do, which we haven't done in a little while. I think it's time for a little bit of oh no, show and tell.
Tell me what you're showing me, baby.
Well,
My dick.
guys, I just realized my my love for this particular product, and I don't think a lot of people use these because they're used to using a different version of it. So it's kind of the reason of it.
Is it my dick?
Don't think it is this sweet time. No, I asked you what your best writing utensil was.
Oh, it's my dick.
Can you write with your dick, Ty?
Have you ever peed in the snow? I'm in Wisconsin, bitch.
Guarantee you can't write that well, and it's not your best writing utensil. In
Yeah.
fact, you know, it's kind of the worst. So no, the reason I came up with this or thought of this was because everybody in my world, they use Sharpie markers, right?
Oh, man, that is my cop-out answer. God damn it.
Well, let me see yours. Is it the standard Sharpie? Okay.
I brought out a thicky boy. This one's a little thicker.
All right, so that is yes, that is not the standard. So that's interesting that you brought out the thick boy.
I do have plenty of regulars. I just brought out
Right.
the thicky.
Now, that might be a cop-out answer, but Ty, any Sharpie in general is, I would say, a good Sharpie. Sharpie as a company. Oh, wow, Mikey. That's a lot of Sharpies that you have in there.
Mikey, you went Sharpie too? Are we all Sharpie?
No. I have a real writing utensil.
Oh, okay.
But I was just showing you all my box of like Sharpie markers and writing.
I do have an ungodly amount of Sharpies that I'll never end up using, but yeah.
I have a ton of them too. It's part of the industry. I end up with them in my pockets on the way home. I'm like, where did this one come from? And like, people steal mine. I steal theirs. It happens.
Yep.
I pulled out a couple of them because we were going to be on the conversation of it. I knew it. But this one is an interesting one. The flat Sharpie. Have you seen
I know what you're talking.
The flat Sharpie here. All right, the flat Sharpie is a good one, and it's kind of sexy, when you write with it.
It allows
you're like,
for some
ooh.
good penmanship.
It really does.
If you are any kind of calligrapher or
Yep, 100%, 100%. But the one that I don't think gets enough credit, the one that I think is one, like I would use this as my everyday pen if they weren't so expensive. Like I would sign everything with this. I think it's just like, I think it is the best.
The fine tip Sharpie?
It is the fine tip Sharpie.
I've got a
this guy.
I like
is
them.
is it the double-ended
This
or the
guy.
singular?
No. See it? This guy? Sorry.
Yeah, no, I like those guys.
Yeah, this guy right here. This guy right here. I think
I've got a few of those, but I disagree. I like the double-ended, where the one end is the normal Sharpie and the other end is the fine tip. I've had a lot of those.
Oh, I remember those. I haven't had one of those in years. But I just wanted to give a shout out to how awesome I think the old fine tip Sharpie is. And I think that it needs to be respected more in our world.
I like those, but for the kitchen industry, those don't write on tape, which is what we use a lot for the labels that we have them.
The fine tip, because they puncture. Really they'll puncture it a lot of the time, right? Like they'll.
Well, it's also the texture of most like masking tapes that you use. Just I don't know it because it inhibits the fine tip from working really well.
I'll tell you,
you have to use the finest, like fat, like original tipped. They make like a thinner tip in those like Sharpie markers.
Yeah,
That's
this
not
is
the fine
like
tip.
I think this is like extra fine or something, and this is ultra fine.
Yeah.
Then there is fine tip Sharpie, and then regular
Which
tip
works
Sharpie.
really nice.
So fine tip
Whereas-
Sharpie, that's a good argument that's better for you. I'll tell you what I love this for is I even though like most of my consoles now I can input a name digitally or I can whatever, right? I still like a nice piece of console tape. Ty will know what I'm talking about.
I totally agree.
and there's something about it where you take a piece of there is something called literally console tape, and I make my console look nice. It is called console tape. They sell it as console tape. Shut up.
Sure.
I
know what you're talking about.
It is not masking tape, although it's a very very high grade masking tape. But
I'm just the gaff tape guy forever. Like I like gaff tape for consoles too.
No, don't put your gaff tape on my goddamn console. There's console tape for this exact reason. It comes off. It doesn't leave all the sticky that gaff tape would leave. What I like this for is that on every individual channel that's maybe an inch wide, I can write with this ultra fine. I can write exactly what I need, right? Like and not make it look super sloppy. You can't do that with a regular Sharpie. You can't do that with a fine tip. You need an ultra fine, and I'm a big fan for some reason of the ultra tip Sharpie. Always been a big fan, and not a lot of people give the love. I will also say that there's a certain pen quality that I like, and
Pilot G2. Best pen.
I used to love G2s. And I have one. I think I have one right here. No, that's not it. But I have one. Definitely have one around here somewhere. Yeah, a Pilot G2, right?
Whoop whoop.
The Pilot G2 is an absolutely amazing pen. I do think it is one of the finest.
Mm-hmm.
But as I've gone on all of my my sort of travels around the world, or just whatever for work, every different hotel has their own different types of pens.
Yeah,
and I gotta say, Sheraton has the best free pen that you
calling out the Sheridan
The
pens.
Sheraton pens are fucking dope. And if you're ever to Sheraton, steal me some of the pens.
That is fucking funny.
The last one I'll display is my Wells Fargo pen, which does look, if you look at this thing, this Wells Fargo pen looks like it would actually be like an expensive pen, but it's not. This came with my checks years ago. And
you bank with the Fargo?
I do still bank with the Fargo. Yeah.
I do too, sir.
Yeah. And I'll tell you that if you get one of their they have some shit pens, the Wells Fargo, because they got the ones that give the plebes at the counter when they're whatever. But if you get one of their nice ones, I tell you what, Wells Fargo, good pens.
Good pens.
Mikey.
There was a point in time where Tijuana Flats was getting mass orders of pens from this company, and every month, if you needed pens, you would send our area supervisor, like, hey, I need pens. And he would say, what colors do you want? And you'd get the main color and then the little accent colors.
Nice.
Me that
There was he used a different company at one point to get the catering company pens. And whatever different company he used,
they're
they
better
gave
pens.
them really nice pens.
Yeah.
So our pens weren't awful, but they were just like middle of the road pens. But we would always steal the catering company's catering people's pens because they were much nicer than ours.
So you're in without asking you yet what your pen is of choice, we do ultimately, I want to just talk about this in general. Like, we do all agree that there are good pens and bad pens, and the way they feel in our hands and the way they write, like, there's something very like satisfying sometimes when you find like that nice, just kind of like maybe it just works for you and your penmanship or whatever it is, right? Like, but
line ride and line smoothness is a serious thing, and like my feedback from pens that I need to feel.
Well, that's got to
like
be
how smooth it is.
I would
and
imagine
how that line comes out.
I would imagine that people that love trains also like a really good pen, right?
I'm just very specific about how it writes and how it has to feel when it like puts the line down and everything.
Yo, do you guys use pens that regularly?
Yeah.
I still use markers like every day because we have to label things constantly at work.
And so do I in my line of work. Like,
I feel like everything I do is digital now. I use a pen for D&D, and that's about it.
What I've found in my line of work in production is that it's not enough. It's not enough to label something. Like, I have to do it both. I have to do it digitally, like in a system, right? But I also have to label a case or label a speaker and be like, input one bad or what have you, right? Like,
I know. What you're saying.
I still have to do like, I do have to do both. I don't find myself writing letters much, but I do have to write a check, like we talked about earlier. So it's like there are like, and when I write a check, guess what? I don't want to write it with a shitty Bic pen. I don't.
Yeah.
Like, I want to write if I'm writing a check, which I only write one a month. I might as well get my nice pen out and write my check. It makes me feel like a Rockefeller. I'm like, I sit at my desk and I pull out my checkbook and and then I write the envelope and then I take the stamp and I put it on and I adjust the thing and I put it all in there and I put it in the,
I never send letters. I don't put stamps on.
I mean, it's the only one I do, and again, because my landlord's 87 or whatever he is. But yeah.
So, do you guys want to see my writing instrument?
I do. Let me.
Is it your dick?
No.
What do you got?
All right. So this, I've had this pen for quite a long time, and it came in a little box.
Ooh.
Look at that.
Cardboard
All right, it came in a
box.
box. You've already got the fanciest pen. Our pens didn't come in a box like that.
It was from Loot Crate. It's from Dead Rising 3.
Okay.
And this is
the gimmick pen.
Oh yeah, and that's why it's the most interesting. It's a little buzzsaw sledgehammer pen.
That's fun.
Wait, which end is the? Okay.
Oh.
Yeah, you take out the little sledgehammer.
I do like the sledgehammer on the back of that. Now, how does it write, Mike?
Honestly,
shit, probably, right?
No, it's got a decent glide. It still writes after all these years. I just don't really ever use it. But no, it glides pretty well. The line's a little thin for my writing style, but not a bad pen. I'd say, again, like middle, maybe like a 5, 6 as far as pens go.
Yeah, Pencast.
Yeah, and I'm the only one here who loves trains.
I think there's a lot of people out there listening that can actually relate to this, that are in our age group, that are like, yeah, I like this
Dude,
pen.
do you think... Okay, because we grew up having to actually write a lot of things.
Yeah, dude.
Kids nowadays, I would assume that a much smaller amount of them have like a favorite pen or like a
or
tactile writing device.
100%, man. Like, I always, like, my biggest thing when I was like a kid is I hated when I had a knockoff pencil that wasn't a number 2. There was like there was like this waxy one that you used to get like sometimes that was like it didn't have like, I don't know, like the carbon or something in it that didn't have like, it didn't feel right. Like when you were writing, like it always felt waxy and slippy or something. Like
I know what you mean. I remember.
I don't know, remember what those were called, but they couldn't have been actual number 2 pencils. And there were different brands of number 2 pencils that I preferred over others. There were certain
Ticonderoga was the best pencil.
We've definitely talked about this before, but I think you're absolutely right, Mike. That there's not like over time now, kids aren't they're not gonna have that same preference. They're gonna have a preference of keyboard that they like, the low impact Mac board, or the high clicky,
the mechanical,
clacky.
the high.
Yeah. They're gonna have preference in that, in the same way that we have over like different pens or markers or crayons or.
Well, that keyboard stuff is already like a very huge thing. If you talk to like people who are really serious about setting setups together.
Well, it's big with gamers and people that only work on their computers. Like it's very like that tactile thing. I'm more on the I do.
Give me that mechanical.
Yeah, I much prefer like a more like clicky clacky keyboard than I do.
Give me the mechanical for real.
I need some response. I want to feel the response.
No, 100%, and that's
even at work, like at my work, at my factory, like we have a fuck ton of fucking keyboards, but I've gotten so mad.
Do you get to just pick and choose like which one you want, like type thing?
No, so like some of us that have been there long enough, like we'll get protective. We make sure our keyboard goes wherever we have to go. But like they have a lot of those like real thin, tiny bullshit.
Yeah, I don't like
keyboards.
those. It's like
I can't
typing
deal
on a
with
Mac.
it.
Typing on a MacBook is hard for me sometimes. Like I have a MacBook for work.
Yeah.
Like it's okay. Like I can do it, but if I was there all day just using that, I'd be fine with it. But if I'm
with a Mac, I feel like you got to have the lift, the angle lift,
right,
to type on it right.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
But like those little tiny thin fucking keyboards with no response at all drive me absolutely up the wall. It just feels so bad. Whereas the ones that you can properly like clack up that have a little more.
Yeah, I like an old school Dell or Gateway that didn't even have a USB
high top
plug.
keys,
Yeah,
boys.
yeah, the
I
thick
want that.
boys. Yeah, I mean, I might even get one. I don't know. You can still buy them, right? Like, I'm sure you can.
My keyboard right now is a little clicky, and it's got some of the low profile keys on it. But if I had more money, hell yeah, I'd have like a real thick key and a.
I need it. Yeah.
No, I'm with you. I'm with you, dude. I'm into it. We're gonna probably wrap this segment up, but I think we need to address this before, because it's not going to be topical by the time people hear the following segment. But we should absolutely address the couple of deaths that we had this past week. First, we had Ozzy, kicking the bucket, which
I kind of don't like that. Well, I know you're introducing. I don't like that Hulk took over the Ozzy algorithms.
I'm with you on this, because I've always been an Ozzy fan, and like I don't love all of Black Sabbath. I don't love all of Ozzy's like single stuff, but Ozzy was such a just endearing dude, right?
Yeah.
Like and I think that right there is the separation between the two. I think his legacy for rock and roll is as big as what Hulk's is for pro wrestling. And the two are weird, and the two were weirdly connected. Did you know both of them are in the WWE Hall of Fame? Ozzy is absolutely. He did a couple of songs back in the day. He did some stuff. They went through a phase where they were trying to get every celebrity on there, and like,
wow,
yeah. Like,
I can't believe we're gonna do a legend like Chuck Mangione like this. How
I heard this argument.
The
only reason that you know Chuck Mangione is because of King of the Hill, correct?
You're damn right.
All right.
Greatest works.
All right. I knew it. I don't.
Also,
can you name a Chuck Mangione song?
Feel So Good.
That's it. No. Can you name a second one? Yeah.
No.
I couldn't.
We're also letting all three of these guys shadow our most important fallen hero that fell this week.
Oh, this one was bad. I know.
And I know you left this one out on purpose.
No, I didn't.
You just couldn't let him have any glory.
Well, Hulk, I don't think Hulk could let him have it.
Hulk didn't want him to have any of it.
Didn't.
Good friend, not of the show or anything, but a good friend Malcolm Jamal Warner.
Yeah.
Passed. He drowned.
Well,
he drowned.
Yeah. Was that this week too?
Did
that
he drown?
was like-
Where did he drown? In a lake?
He
in
was
a
on
pool
vacation
or,
somewhere.
the
I
ocean?
didn't look it up.
How did he drown?
Bro, that seems such a weird thing that people like still are just out there drowning.
Right? Like, don't swim where there's a lifeguard, I guess. I don't know.
I mean,
man.
yeah, like
Where are you out there swimming that you're I understand of like, oh, Malcolm Jamal Warner was cave diving and died in a drowning incident.
You know our buddy Matthew, like he goes and like swims with sharks and whales and shit. Like if he drowns, we're like, well,
that makes sense. A whale or a shark got him and he just drowned. But you're like famous.
If I drown,
political activist,
if I drown,
black
like, what's the first thing you
influencer.
think? If I drown, what's the first thing you guys think? Where did you
you drowned in the bathtub.
No. I thought you would. Oh, I know where I would think. For me, he died in Gina's pool. Like he got drunk and fell.
He got drunk in his hot tub.
He put his dick and got stuck upside down in his hot tub.
Yeah. Okay. That's
dead.
Yeah.
Dead.
But so like, the news comes out about Ozzy. There's a lot of tributes to him, and that's cool. Oh
man.
He got one
do you think
day,
he
though.
knew? Do you think he knew?
I absolutely
did that farewell
do.
show?
I absolutely do.
I think he knew he was getting close.
I think that he held out as long as he could to do that show, to put a bow on it, and then was like, okay, it's time.
Oh,
you know, like that's kind of where my heart goes with it. I feel like he had an inkling, like, oh, things are going down. He had Parkinson's. He wasn't doing great.
My current new flirt girl's drunk texting, and it's just killing me. Hilarious.
Is she talking about Ozzy or what was she?
No, she's no.
Tell her you're talking about Ozzy right now on a podcast, and you'll get back to her later.
Well, I'll respond on break. It's okay. Don't worry.
That's fine. We're getting close. But the thing is like then the news comes out, like, for all intents and purposes, yes, Ozzy was an alcoholic, a drug addict.
How old was he? How old?
So
76.
Ozzy was 76.
Okay.
And then a couple days later, of course, Hulk Hogan dies. 71, I believe. Way, younger, really. Well, not way younger, but 5 years younger. And when you look at the two of those, you look at like the physical specimen that was Hulk Hogan, right, compared to Ozzy Osbourne, and then it becomes like a question in my mind. Actually, who did more drugs? Ozzy?
Are
or
you
Hulk?
kidding? Are you kidding?
You say that.
Are we counting PEDs as drugs?
Well, it's definitely steroids and PEDs. I definitely think include into this as well. That's why I asked the question.
Ozzy by a fucking mile.
You would think, but Hogan did a ton of coke and drank a shit ton and never stopped drinking until the end of days, right? Like Hogan was
Hasn't
kind of
Ozzy been sober for a long time too?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Ozzy has been for the last 30 years, that dude hasn't touched anything harder than a glass of wine. So it's really interesting. If you think about it, I would actually suggest that Hulk Hogan probably did more drugs than Ozzy Osbourne. Believe it or not.
I don't want to say more.
No way.
But I think it's comparable. I think it's comparable. He did coke.
I would be willing to
all
submit.
the coke throughout. Look at those promos, dude. Like Hogan was coked the fuck out of from 70s to early 90s.
I will say they probably did comparable amounts of drugs, but given that Hogan, I will say Hogan had looked up until his death much better than Ozzy did, and has for probably the last 2 decades. Ozzy's looked rough
because he had Parkinson's
for a hot minute.
Because he had Parkinson's.
Well, that's what I'm saying. The Hulk, he died of cardiac arrest. But he looked like
Hulk Hogan. He looked like Hulk Hogan
20
pretty much.
years.
Yeah, he did. Bloodshot eyes and all. The thing that I find fascinating with it all as well is that if we're comparing the two, which I think they'll
Okay.
weirdly be compared. Ozzy, for all of his like rock and roll antics, will be remembered as a much better person than Hulk.
I guarantee that. You've already seen it, but yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
dude, I looked it up.
The quote says it all. The quote says it all. And this is the thing that a lot of non-wrestling fans haven't been aware of, like, to a degree. I wanted to put my 2 cents in here, being a wrestling fan that's been aware of Hulk's, like, this whole thing for a long time and why he's even being booed. Like, in his last appearance in WWE, he was booed out of the goddamn building and asked not to come back the next time. This was off of one of the recordings that leaked, that probably should have never leaked, but leaked, and it really gives you a perspective on the person. Hulk said this. I mean, should I do Hulk? I should do Hulk.
Yeah, do a voice.
I mean, I'd rather if she was gonna fucking some N-word, I'd rather her marry a 8-foot tall N-word worth like $100 million, brother. Like a basketball player. I guess we're all a little racist, effing N-word.
I mean,
those are words that came out of the dude's mouth that we heard on recording. Okay? I've heard those recordings.
Ozzy has said some outlandish shit,
but he's never said anything like
close
that.
to that.
Nope.
Yeah.
Nope.
Well, I looked it up because I was like, well, has Ozzy ever been in any like racist scandals or anything? Nope. And the only thing that they ever came close to was when Sharon Osbourne said something on The View that I guess is what got her let go from The View. But it was being widely panned as like a racist statement. And he came to her defense and was like, my gosh, like, dude, my wife's like the least racist person I've ever met.
Do you know what that quote was? I can't remember what that
she was sticking up for someone who I guess was being kind of hung out on, I think, like sexual misconduct charges. And
I remember she was a fierce defender of Piers Morgan, and like,
that's what it was.
Yeah. Well, and so so she was just defending a conservative. That's big difference than basically being like, I guess we're all a little bit racist, aren't we?
Yeah.
Like,
and that was the closest thing that you could that came up in like 4 pages worth of searching. Like, is Ozzy racist?
You can't find anything nasty about Ozzy in that regard.
It's because he had a fucking fantastic heart. That man,
he did absolutely He absolutely did.
In
next week's show, if you're listening to the podcast, I've got a couple of clips about Ozzy that'll even explore that, right? But I just wanted to at least touch on it on this episode because
and I know you posted about your peeing next to Hulk moment, and I've also had a number of different Hulk in real life experiences. I will say that the face that he puts towards the public is generally pretty good.
Right.
Like, yes, he got outed for some bullshit because, for fuck's sake, he did say that. Well,
there's Terry Bollea, and then there's Hulk Hogan. He talked about having to basically turn himself off and turn into the character the second he stepped out of those doors.
Yeah.
And that's why you and me and you saw the version of him that was that, right? And I'm not saying that the guy, like, as a professional wrestling fan, that dude did more for anyone. I wouldn't be a professional wrestler. It wouldn't even really probably exist in the way it does today if it's not for Hulk Hogan. I can acknowledge that. I understand that. I imagine what I've gone through in like the thought process with all this is similar to people that were big fans of Michael Jackson that know that dude deep down is probably a child rapist, right? that love his music, but don't want to like really have to admit to it, but still have to separate the art from the artist. And there is 100% that with Hulk Hogan. I do think
it's harder to defend Hulk though than it is. Well, no, it's not.
Well, I mean, I think you'd probably say that because you're not a fan of the art form of professional wrestling. But for those of us that grew up with Hulk Hogan as the childhood hero, as all of that, I think that's slightly different.
I mean, I was a big fan as a kid. I know I shame you for all your wrestling these days, but I went to WrestleManias. I saw Hulk in person as a kid. I remember one of my first trips to Florida. I got to see Hulk doing the Thunder in Paradise show, in which
over at MGM and everything. Yeah. I remember those days. Yeah.
We were backstage and he came by and shook our hands and was being very, very nice to everybody. It was great.
So everybody understands that portion of it, but non-wrestling fans won't understand this. And this is what I want to convey. Yes, Hulk was probably, or Terry was probably a racist person,
I mean, I also worked on some of Hulk Knows Best. I
forgot about that. Yeah.
I worked in conjunction. I wasn't part of the normal crew, but I got called in to do some of the jib work on a couple episodes. And it was cool being behind the scenes on that because you see a lot more of the family dynamic. Once again, you got to see him lower his guard, at least in that situation.
But I don't think he's lowering it completely when there's a film crew.
No, I can guarantee you that
he's
is
still
true.
Hulk. He's still like what we talked about. He's still Hulk Hogan in that. He's not Terry in that situation, right? So the thing that most people don't understand, and that I want to point out, and that a couple of other people have pointed out, but I want to point out to this audience, is that when Hulk Hogan was this massive baby face, this superhero guy that absolutely was the biggest star in the world, the biggest hero, you know what he did all the fucking time? He cheated in almost all of his matches as a face, which is a very untraditional thing to do as a face character. The baby face isn't supposed to cheat. The heel's supposed to cheat. Hulk cheated so many times. So even in kayfabe, if you're really going back and looking at watching the storylines of this, you're Hulk's not really a good dude. Yeah, he's telling me to say your prayers and eat your vitamins and all the things. Really in storyline, he was not a good guy. And that even translates to the backstage scenarios that he went with. You have to understand how he would not lose. He would very much position himself at the top of the card to make the most money. And granted, he was the guy that was selling most of the tickets, so he could do that. But he was never willing to take a loss. He was never willing to bend over. That doesn't work for me, brother. I mean, that's the age-old, Hulk thing. So not only was he a cheater, he in one Royal Rumble I can remember, he gets eliminated, and fairly, right? He gets eliminated, and he's all he's all mad, and he's getting all fired up on the outside. But then he comes up to Sid, who's still in the match, who eliminated him clearly. I don't know if Sid eliminated him. I can't remember. But Sid's still in the match, and they're rivals. And Hulk just jumps up, pulls him out. You're out of the match, bro. And he just pulls him over the top rope and eliminates him when he had nothing. That is not a face move. That is not a face move. That being said, Hulk was responsible for the two biggest booms in all of professional wrestling, in American professional wrestling. The number one through the 80s and 90s, and the number two, of course, years later when the NWO kicked up and started basically the Monday Night Wars, which ended up becoming why WWE won So it's fascinating. Like nothing exists really without him, but there's a black tarnish on all of that, right? I didn't mean to say it even like that, but like there's a very like harsh. How do I put this, man? Like, help me out here. How would you put it? It's tough. Like there's a.
I think I've seen a lot of people say it pretty accurately. Like his death is something they mourn, like the childhood memories that they created while watching wrestling with their parents or with their friends or going to see wrestling shows as kids. But they also mourn the loss of they mourned that loss like a long time ago when the Hulk turned out to be like kind of a shit stain, and a racist. So they have, while some people are sad, it's like they've also disconnected from him a long time ago when he started showing like his true colors.
I mean, like I said, I have big background, thing. But like I'm mad about the way Hulk turned out.
So the other big thing that a lot of non-wrestling fans don't understand is that after he got literally caught with that statement that I just read, that awful statement, or like that taped recording or whatever it was, like that's him behind the scenes. He obviously felt the need to go and apologize to the backstage wrestlers. Like he wanted to, I don't know if he was forced to do that, he was asked to do that, or whatever, wanted to do it. But there were a lot of, it was kind of like the whole locker room, right? Like came out to hear Hulk Hogan's apology speech to them on behalf of him and and for the industry and everything. Like, because at that point you are setting the industry back a little bit. You could, like, wrestlers look at it like that. Like you're making people not want to watch wrestling if you're spewing that much hate, right? So like there's a bit of that that's going on. And there's black dudes, white dudes, Latino dudes, Asian dudes, everybody there in the locker room. And he comes out and he apparently there is no recording of this. We cannot we cannot verify this other than like multiple people's testimonies. Right. But what he essentially comes out and says is like, hey guys, I've got some advice for you. Always assume a camera is on. So he wasn't like, and he's like, basically like his apology was more like, I'm apologizing for getting caught. Like,
it can happen to me. It can happen to you.
Right. That motherfucker had been in front of a camera for how long before that shit happened?
And that's the part that bothers me the most is that if he went backstage and basically was like, hey, I'm sure he did probably say I said some stuff I shouldn't have said. That's probably what he said. What he should have said is I said some fucking awful things. I'm going to work on myself to not be a horrible racist. You know what I mean? Like something along those lines. Yet he was just more or less like, guys, I've been in the business for a while. You never know who, what's, and then that has come across from multiple, like I can name a number of interviews where people have talked about this. I don't think they're all in cahoots to make Hulk Hogan look bad. Hulk Hogan just came in, instead of having an actual genuine apology for it, he said that. And that's where a lot of people, like especially the black community in wrestling, was just like, nope, fuck you. You're out. Yeah. And then that transcended into more and more people being like, yeah, no, this guy sucks. And that's why he was booed at his last appearance when he came out. It's been a thing that's kind of been growing over the years that people have finally realized, like, oh, they've heard the stories. Like all of us have kind of like twigged onto this thing that, oh man, yeah, this guy fucking sucks. And so as much as I want to like praise the fact that, of course, like Hulk, great for the industry, fuck you, glad you're dead, piss off. That's it. That's it. And I had to say my piece on that. I'm sorry, but I think it was entirely necessary given my, my love of professional wrestling and the fact that I grew up with him. And it's still like, it's hard. Like it's the same, like it really, I'm going to compare it to Michael Jackson. It really is very similar in a lot of ways. Can you enjoy Michael Jackson's music without tying it to that and all those negative things? I think Hulk Hogan is going to be exactly the same way in the wrestling world. That's all I'm saying.
Let's talk about Michael Jackson. Like, in all honesty, when you hear a banger Michael Jackson song, do you think about it right away?
Smooth Criminal comes on, I go boom boom.
Right?
Oh yeah, absolutely. But it always hits me a certain little bit in the way through. Not gonna
It's
lie
hard to
there.
ignore it. I totally feel you.
Yeah.
I can't listen to Remix to Ignition without thinking about R. Kelly peeing on children.
I get that too. Yeah.
And it's a good song, and I still listen to it. But the thought
I
does
was
come through.
I was never a big R. Kelly fan, but I know what you mean. Yeah. I don't know. It's weird, like, because Michael. I mean, I think I know Owen's more of a wrestling nerd than all of us, but like, we can all agree Michael Jackson's fame was on a higher echelon than Hulk.
No.
You won't agree to that?
No, I think they were real close, man.
No, you're delusional. No way.
No,
I could definitely see it. Like, Hulk was around the world.
Hulk was famous as fuck. He was a wrestler that made a name for himself.
No,
was he on the level of Michael
culture.
Jackson? Fuck no, no way.
I think they were closer than you think. I would still say you're right that Michael was probably a little higher, but I don't think they're near as far off as you're making them out to be.
I really do.
Okay, well, you might be wrong because I also know like the cultural phenomenons that went on in Japan and other parts of the world with Hulk, and I dare say
Michael Jackson wasn't just popular here, man. He was the king of pop
I agree with that. He was
world.
But I don't know what the metric would be, unfortunately, because you can't do net worth because Hulk's like he lost it all and got it all and the Gawker thing. Like that's a weird, like you can't do it on money. But international fame, if I don't know what that metric would be if we're measuring it, I think that Michael Jackson and Hulk Hogan are actually pretty close.
No way.
The amount of people that know Hulk Hogan's name and Michael Jackson's name are within 1 million people.
No way in fucking hell. No.
Mikey?
No.
I would say Michael Jackson has like a pretty sizable like gap on it, but I don't think there's like a continent or country you could go to in the mid 90s where you could say either name
and they wouldn't know.
And you would be met with like,
yeah,
man, bro, I don't know.
They would know the name. They would know the name.
So I think in that respect, like they're probably pretty equivalent. If we're talking about just like, hey, here are the amount of people going, like spending time and money to go see either artist or either person, I think Michael Jackson's going to win that bet.
No, I would agree. I would agree with
but
that.
I think
but
just
I do
fame,
think that like cultural
name
fame
recognition, I think they're probably pretty close.
Thank you. You're
both wrong.
Doesn't matter.
They're both famous. I'll give you that. Hulk is definitely a recognizable name, but man,
of course. But Jesus Christ. We'll get to more of this maybe next week. I do have some clips next week I want to share with you for some stuff with Ozzy and Hulk. But I want to take this time before we throw to our break or our end of episode this evening to give a shout out to our good friend Corey Shuba. So you
miss you and love you, Shubes.
Yeah, you used to live with Corey Shuba, right?
For a good minute, yeah.
Yeah. And Corey Shuba has been on this show. He's a good friend of both me and Ty's, and you've met him a couple times, right, Mikey?
Yeah, I met him.
We've all hung out and
dude.
shared
Like
a beer.
Shubes.
Shub's been doing some great things too. Shub's been trying to really like focus on his art and making some really cool stuff. And I can see Shoobs has done. We call him Shoobs. I don't think anybody else does, but
A lot of people actually do call
they?
him Shoobs.
Yeah, okay. Hope that's okay, Shuba. But yeah, like he's been doing, like, I know he lost a ton of weight. He's really got his health in check, which is really cool. And he got himself a really nice lady. I have never met his lady, but
That was after I left. Yeah.
But from my understanding, he's been with her for quite a bit, and it sounds like there's not, they've been struggling with some health issues, and there's some monetary issues as well. His chick goes by the name Lady Death, which is pretty fucking rad. And I know that she's an artist as well, I believe. So I think
Is she? Is she?
I don't know. I don't know if you're named Lady Death, maybe not. But that was just my assumption. Either way, I want to help out Shoobs, and it sounds like she's reached like a stage 3 cancer that kind of came out of nowhere. That felt I can't imagine what Shoob is going through. All I'm saying is, if you have it in your heart, go to GoFundMe, look up Lady Death, yeah, and give them a couple bucks, because it seems like they've got a long road to go, and if we can help out Shuba, then that's part of the community, and that's part of what we do over here, right?
Yeah.
I would, but I've got a strong only stage 4 donations policy. Just gotta get a little worse, and then I'll throw my cash in.
In true oh no fashion.
You're an only stage 4 GoFundMe? Is that what you are?
Yeah, I can't. Bro, there's just so many stage 1s and 2s, and even some 3s.
I'm gonna start my I Stub My Toe GoFundMe and see if people will help me with some Band-Aids and stuff like that. Like I think that's probably what I'll do.
I mean, I jest. I love you, Corey. Just check it out. GoFundMe, search Lady Death. I know that category is probably pretty big.
It popped right up for me, and I shared it in the Ono Radio Show Facebook group as well. So you can probably find it there. Facebook.com/group/Ono Radio Show. So yeah, you'll find it in there. Just wanted to give him some help and some love, and if you do have it in your heart, just donate $5, whatever it is. I'm sure every little bit counts as it does. I donated. Ty's, I'm too poor to donate.
I am fucking poor, Shuba, but I love you.
Yeah, but he can't do it.
And you're late.
And then Mike's all
hold on
poor.
1 second. I'm calling up the Mayo Clinic. I'm seeing if they're going to let us pay these bills with love as tied to it. It turns out no.
Turns out
they
it doesn't.
want money.
Turns
They
out it
want
doesn't
money.
do that. Yep, love and prayers and all that.
Can't spend either of them.
Big
How dare you make fun of me?
Big pray. Guys, we love you. Tune in next week to the Ono Radio Show, ONORadioshow.com, twitch.tv/ONRS live, 407-906-6466. Rumor is Mother Butler will be calling in soon to have a chat with us from Vietnam. So stay tuned for a little bit of that. And
She joined the Viet Cong?
a long time ago. She's been like one of
Tunnel
those
rat.
secret agents. Facebook.com/group/Ono Radio Show, Patreon.com/ONRS. And boys, what do we say when we get out of here? Fuck your